So, what is Python? And Python is a high-level programming language, and it's quite popular. And also, it is interpreter language, and it was created by Guido van Rossum and released in 1991, and it was developed in 1989 before Java releases, and released in 1991. Okay, so Guido van Rossum was also reading and published scripts from Monty Python's Flying Circus, and this is a comedy show and a BBC comedy series from 1970s. So he needed a name that was short, unique, and slightly mysterious. So he decided to call the language Python. Okay, and Python is used for web development in server side and software development and mathematical complex mathematical calculation like data analysis, data science, and also system scripting. That means spam finder in email or uh, email document downloader that all are developed by Python scripting. So what can Python do? So Python can be used on a server side web development application we can create, and we can also develop Windows applications and machine learning algorithms and artificial intelligence. We in Python have lots of frameworks. We can use them to develop different kind of applications like machine learning algorithms and artificial intelligence. Uh, so Windows applications, web development applications. Okay, so Python can connect to database systems. It can also read and modify the files. Okay, so Python can be used to handle big data analysis and perform complex mathematics. So Python can be used for rapid prototype or production-ready software development. The production-ready software development means in textile companies they are using ERP, Enterprise Resource Processing. So some of the textile companies using Python-based ERPs. Okay, so why Python? Python works on different platforms like Windows, Mac OS, Linux, and Raspberry Pi. So Raspberry Pi is an embedded kit, and uh, it works Raspbian OS. The Raspbian OS is based on a Linux. Then we can use that kit like our laptop. We have to connect monitor, keyboard, and mouses, and it have processor, and it have Wi-Fi connection, and it have Bluetooth connection also. Okay, so Python has a simple syntax similar to English language. Like if I need to, so or if I going to make sum of uh, two numbers like uh, that kind of program, I can give. So I can give, or I can just type some. That's all. Okay. So the Python has a simple syntax similar to the English language. So Python has syntax that allows developers to write programs with fewer lines than other programming languages. Okay, so Python runs on an interpreter system. So Python is an interpreter uh, programming language. The interpreter means it runs line by line execution. Okay, so we have two types of compilation on compiler type of programs like C, C++, and Python is an interpreter type program. Okay, so interpreter means it runs line by line execution, and compiler means uh, it runs it compiles whole program. Okay, this means that prototype can be very quick. So Python can be treated in a procedural way, an object oriented way, or a functional way. So good to know. uh, So the most recent major version is Python 3. Okay, so Python 3 means the Python uh, releases three versions: Python 1 and Python 2 and Python 3. So Python 1 was released in 1991 and Python 2 was released in 2008. So in 2008, the Python was declared as an open source language. So most of them uh, uses Python because it is open source. Okay, so in this tutorial, we are using Python 3. Okay, so however, Python 2, although not being updated with anything other than security updates, is still quite popular. Okay, so in this tutorial, we have used uh, some softwares to run Python codes Jupyter Notebook in Anaconda and Python IDLE uh, that was created by Python and um, some of other integrated development environments is Sony, PyCharm, NetBeans, or Eclipse, which are particularly useful when managing larger collection of Python files. Okay, so Python syntax compared to other programming languages. Python was designed for a readability and has some similarities to the English language with influence from mathematical calculation like addition, subtraction, and sum of two numbers. So Python uses new line to complete a command as opposed to other programming languages, which often use semicolons or parentheses. Okay, if we take C language, we need to give curly braces for closing if condition or for loop or while loop. In here, we don't need curly braces. Just we have to give indentation. Means we have to give tab or white spaces for closing Python loops. Okay, so here some of the most popular companies uses Python in their web development and application development. So the 8 world-class software companies that uses Python. So first one is Industrial Light and Magic, and Google, Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, Quora, and Netflix is full of developed by using Python program and Dropbox. Okay. Today's session, we have to see Python IDEs. First, we will install Python IDLE, and next, we're gonna install Anaconda Navigator. Okay, so let's move on to Python IDLE. So before that, what is Python IDLE? So IDLE is written completely in Python. That means the Python IDLE developed by using Python code. Okay, so and it is quite simple. Then it is very much suitable for the education purpose and running your GUI applications. Some features of Python's IDE like syntax highlighting and multi-window text editor, then program animation or stepping, breakpoints also available for debugging. Okay, so then move on to how to install Python IDE. I go to my browser. Okay, so you can go to the official website by just typing python.org in the search bar. Okay, I will enter and I can get this is the official Python widget. You can download latest version by clicking downloads. Okay, and in different platforms such as Windows, Linux, and Mac OS and other. So I click Windows. So here you can see a lot of options for downloading, and you can click the Python web-based installer based on your system specification. If your system is 32-bit, click 32 like x86 based installer, that is 32-bit, or if your system is 64-bit, you can go here, download Windows X 86-64 web-based installer. Okay, after that, your downloaded file is here. Okay, so double clicking on your download file, um, it starts installation. Wait for a second. Yeah, so and it's look like this. All of them, please check uh, uh, this square. You have to click, you have to tick mark here, because it needs to work your Python coding in your command line, and because we have to install uh, some libraries using command prompt it. So this is necessary to um, tick while installing. So after that, you have to click install now. Okay, so I have already installed it. So I just close this one, and so here IDLE, then click this IDLE application. The first screen you will see uh, when you open the IDLE is Python shell. This screen is called Python shell, and the shell allows you to write the code, and it is not preferable for write multi-line programs. So on this shell, so go to File and click New File. Okay, and this is a working window. Before we start the coding, let me show uh, some configuration settings. So go to options and click configure IDLE. Here you can change your font size and font style, okay, according to your preference. Okay, so I simply, after that I give OK. So here I just declare a variable named a and equal to, I have assigned a equal to 12, and I have take another variable b, then I just assign b equal to 23, and I just print sum of a and b. Okay, so I type print function and give parenthesis a, plus b and close the parenthesis. Okay, so before I run this program, so I will show one more configuration setting in IDLE. You can change your template also. So options, go to configure IDLE. We have one more option in highlights. Okay, here you can change your font color and you can change your template, classic or new or dark. I prefer dark mode because most of developers using dark mode. So I'm also prefer dark mode. Then okay, and to run this program, you can click run option in your toolbar and click run module, or simple you can press F5. Okay, so I press F5 to run this program. So when you click F5 or a run module, it shows a dialog box, ask you to save the source file. Okay, so all you have to do, click OK and save the file whatever name you want. I give some and dot uh, some dot py, and dot py is a extension for a Python file. You have to give, then save the file, and it leads to next window, to the Python shell, and you can see the answer. So save this and you can see the answer has written in the Python shell. Okay, so you can use this cell to run your code like a single line executions. Here I declare a equal to 12 and enter, and b equal to 2 and hit enter, and here I print a plus b and hit enter. I get 14. This is my output. You can also using you can also use cell to do your programs, but multi-line programming is not possible in cell. So you go to file and click a new file. uh, you can type your multi-lines or n number of lines in here to save your program and run it. Okay, and this is all about the Python IDE. And next move on to Anaconda, how to install Anaconda. Okay, yeah. So it's a very easy procedure to install, and you can go to the Anaconda official website by typing anaconda.com in your search bar. After that, you have to click first URL, Anaconda home, and it looks like this is your official Anaconda page, and you can uh, click downloads for downloading Anaconda, or scroll down. You can see Python 3.6 version on Python 2.7 version. I prefer a Python 3.6. and you can choose what your system want, like your system is 34 or 30 64 bit. You can choose either 64-bit graphical installer or a 32-bit graphical installer. Okay, so save file, double clicking on the download file, you can get this screen. Simple, give next and click I agree. In the radio button, you have to click all users, then click next and next and next, install. Okay. So after the installation, you finish and go to your search for, type Anaconda. You can see Anaconda Navigator. Click this. It will take click this and it will take 2 or 3 minutes to open. After that, your Anaconda screen will be look like this. Here you have few number of softwares like the PyCharm, VS Code, that is Visual Studio Code, and Orange RStudio, and Jupyter Notebook, Spider. Spider also is one of the Python code running platform. You can also do your codes in Spider. And here I click Jupyter Notebook and give launch. So after that, it opens in your browser as a local host, like yeah. So don't worry, you don't have an internet connection to work on this local host, and it is working offline. Okay, in this, you click new button and click Python 3, and this page leads to another tab. Wait, it is loading. It is loading. Yeah. This is a cell. Okay, this is window. We have to do Python codings in here. So, and this is cell, and we can run single line, like 2 plus 2. We can get the result, and it indicates in and out. Okay, or we can also type multi-line programming in single cell. So here we have two options to run this. One is here we hit the run button, or simple, we have to give shift plus enter. Okay, it runs the cell and move on to next. Okay, so here I declare a equal to 10. I give shift enter and I check the value. A is equal to 10. Okay, then I declare another variable b equal to 12. So enter, print a plus b, shift enter. I can get the answer. So you can do your program in single line, or you can also type multi-line in single cells. Okay. Then I have to print a string in cell, like in print function, hello world. I hit shift enter. I can get the string value. Okay, and these all are about the Jupyter function, Jupyter notebook, and Python ideally. Then next we're gonna see what are the data types in Python. And Python data types and data structures. These are the data types and data structures we have in Python. So integer, floating point, and strings. These are data types, and integer type is int, and description is a whole number such as 3, 300, 200. These all are called string integers, and floating point type is float, and numbers with the decimal point like 2.3 or 100.0, even 12.0 is also a float value, and string in type str. Okay, so str means a short form of string we will use in Python. Okay, str. So order sequence of character, like hello Sammy 200, and even it is a Chinese letter inside a curly braces. This also called a string. Okay, list. Uh, List is the order sequence of object, and it is separated by commas. Even any data types in list we can declare, like integer, float, and strings also we can give inside the list. Okay, and dictionaries. So unordered key value plus. So like we can declare using curly braces, and it has two values. One is key value and normal value. We can call the value using keys. If I want Frankie, I have to call name. Okay, don't worry, we will see uh, deeper in upcoming classes. Okay, I have give just an introduction. What are the data structures and what are the data types we have? Okay, and then tuples. Tuples is a ordered and immutable sequence of objects. Immutable means we can't change any values inside the tuple. Okay, uh, the tuple is similar to the list, and list is mutable and tuple is immutable. Mutable means we have that option to change the values inside the list. If I want to change 10 as a 20, um, I can, but in tuple, we can't change any values inside the parentheses. Okay. And next, sets. Sets, it allows only unique objects like A, B, C, D, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So the unordered collection of unique objects is called sets. And booleans. Booleans means it gives only 0 and 1s, like true and false. Okay. So Python numbers. There are two main numbers types we will work with. One is integer and another is float. So integer is a whole number and float is a decimal point numbers. Okay. So we will see some examples in Python numbers. So go to Jupyter notebook. Okay. So in Python, we don't declare A as an integer or float. We don't need to declare A is a float or integer or string. If I give A equal to 2, it automatically takes as an integer. Okay. So if I give a equal to 2. 2 is a whole number, right? Whole numbers are integers. So I hit shift enter and I check type of A. One second. Here I type function is used to know the variable types. So I have give A, shift enter, and A is an integer. Okay. So in C++, we have to give int A equal to 2 or a float B equal to 3, like that. In Python, it's not necessary. Just we have to give A equal to 2. Uh, it automatically takes A is an integer. Okay. So if I give A equal to 2.0, so it's a float or 2.2. Okay. I check uh, type of A, it's a float. Okay. Here I give string value. So type is string. Okay. It takes automatically. We won't give A is a int or A is a float or A is a string. Okay. Here, uh, so we can use Python as a simple calculator. Like if I give 2 minus 2 and hit shift enter, it prints 0. Okay. And if I give 2 plus 2 and shift enter, it gives 4. And 2 star 2 gives shift enter, it gives 4. Then you can also 2 divided by 2, it gives 1.0. Okay. So we can use Python as a calculator. Okay. Next, we see what is modulus operator, and this one is modulus operator, and it uses to get remainder from the division values. Okay, so if I give 3 divided by 2, you can get 1.5. Okay, but here the remainder is 1. Okay, so 2 is 1 times of 3, 1 times in 3. Okay, so here I give a modulus operator, I can get 1 because 2 is 1 times in the 3. Okay, if I change 7, yeah, it has some error. 7 modulus operator of 2 and hit shift enter, I get 1. Oh, it is possible. Yeah, 2 is 3 times of 7 and remainder is 1. Okay, so here I give 5 and hit shift enter, I get 2 because 5 is 1 times in 7 and remainder is 2, right? And this modulus operator is used to find the given number is even or odd. Okay, so 7 like have to give 22 modulus operator of 2 is equal to 0 and 22 is even. If not equal to 0 and it is odd, okay, I check equal 0 and hit shift enter, it is true. Okay, so 22 modulus of 2 equal 0 is true. Okay, and I give 23 modulus of 2, I get 1. So, and this is the odd number, 23 is an odd number, so I get one value, one remainder value. If I give equal 0, I get false. So this one is odd. Okay, so we can also find how many times 2 in 23. by using floor division. So 23 in floor division we have to give double slashes. Okay, double forward slashes and give 2. You can get 2 is 11 times in 23, and this operator is called floor division. Okay, and this is all about the Python numbers. And thank you all uh, for joining this class. I hope this will going great. And if you have any doubts, or if you anybody facing troubles uh, during installation, and please text me or call me. I'll help you. The Python, yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Shankar.
Yes.
So looks like some more people are struggling in logging in. I think one thing we should tell them is they need to update their Zoom app. And number two is they need to they should check spellings properly, because some the password is capital letter first. Some of them are missing that.
Yeah, E is
Those
capital letter.
like that. So I'm just giving this information for you. You can tell your friends also. Actually, firstly, I'm going to call people who are not logged in to cross check. Also, whatever sir has taught you today, it will be recorded and will come to your group.
Yeah.
So you can start reviewing those videos. Also, you kindly practice those things whenever time permits. So don't feel uncomfortable. Don't feel like I'm not technical girl or technical person to learn all those things. This is for non-technical, especially we are encouraging them to learn technically so that they can what do you say, they can grow up in their career. So this is important. This is the latest what do you say, programming that whole world is looking for, Python. See, actually it is an old one. Now it has come up newly. It has been assigned and it's really started to rise. So I encourage you all to please continue your classes. And any doubts, any questions, as sir said, you can WhatsApp in the group, or if you are not comfortable, you can WhatsApp separately to sir and ask questions. Any technical problem or any personal issues, anything like that, you can talk to me or you can talk to Wajid sir anytime. So okay, I hope I'm clear what I'm speaking.
Sure. Yeah, sir.
My voice was clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Thank
I
you,
wish
sir.
all success. You guys can do. I'm sure you guys will do a great job.
Sure.
Okay.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
Ma. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Shankar. I'll leave.
Thank you, sir. Thank you all. And everyone should install these applications in your system. And tomorrow onwards, we will see Python data types and data structures. So should install today. So that's why you have to uh, doing some practical examples or practicals in your system. Okay. Uh, thank you all. We will meet tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much.